Hi, I'm Jess.
I'm Donovan.
And we are the founders of WinkClick. So WinkClick started, in 2021?
Yeah.
Yes, so we're 2 years old. We have 4 kids, and when I was having babies, they were very close together, and you were working a lot, and you worked out of state a lot, and that was a difficult time in life. I didn't really feel pretty. I didn't feel like myself, and I just felt honestly depressed, and it was a hard time in life. So I remember going to Donovan at one point when I was kind of at my lowest and just kind of exhausted from all these cute little babies around me, but really giving my all to that. I went to him and I said, you know, what do I do? And you had said,
it was really tough. I mean, we at that time with 4 kids, we had how many were still in diapers at that point?
2.
2 were still in diapers, and it was during the summer, and so summer at that time for me was my busiest time. And I remember just feeling my wife just kind of getting lost and you know, taking care of these kids, not really feeling like herself anymore. I remember sitting down and just saying like, well, what's one thing? Let's focus on one thing that you really want to do for yourself. And so we thought about it, and I thought it would take longer, but she's like, immediately eyelashes. I'm like, okay, let's do it. Let's just start figuring that out for you. And that's kind of where you took off with trying out different brands, trying out different things, what was on the market. And you found a couple that you liked, but they weren't perfect. And so I remember you coming to me and being like, well, I love this one, but there's this, and this that I want to change. I'm like, well, let's just do it ourselves.
Yeah, he's a big DIY guy. He built a lot of, I would kind of say, I want this for our baby's room, or I want this in our kitchen, and he would be like, I can build that for you. And he has every tool in the garage. That was just his normal way of life, of we can do this ourselves. And so when I told him, you know, I've bought all these different products out there and I really can't find anything that's just really nailing it for me, his response of, well, let's just create it ourselves, was really normal in his eyes. And I know you had always wanted to, he's definitely an entrepreneur at heart. You had always wanted to have your own business. And so for him, that was very suiting. I'm the much more cautious one. I just am not really a risk taker. So that to me was like, no, that's not what you would do in this scenario. I will just keep shopping around. And within that time, he decided to find a manufacturer and did a lot of research there. And we got in contact with them, and he basically was like, let's tell them what it is that you want, and let's see if they can create this for us. And so after months and months and months of product development and testing and research and just going through all of this, almost with not the intent to sell it to others, mainly just to kind of appease me. That's how good he is to me, of he just wanted to nail this for me. We kept moving forward. And within that, it really became this idea of, I think I could do this. I think I could give this to other women. And I think that if they're feeling those feelings that I felt, this would help them. Because honestly, waking up in the morning with lashes on, but having all these little kids, 6 and under, 4 of them around me that needed me every second of the day, really couldn't do much for themselves. My oldest wasn't even to the point to where she was helpful yet. Just having lashes on, but still, you know, kind of pajamas, a messy bun, but I would walk past the mirror, just catch a glimpse of myself and be like, wow, I'm killing it today. Like, it was just such a different experience for me to take that time to do that for myself. And it wasn't me having to go to a salon and spend 2 hours and then have to go back 2 weeks later just to get a fill for an hour. And I didn't feel like I was sacrificing. I was getting to have my cake and eat it too, because I got to be there for my kids, but I also got to rediscover myself within that process. And so because I felt like my best, I really felt like I could give my best to my kids and my husband. And so within that time, as we were researching and developing, it became WinkClick. And as we were ready to launch and we had our first round of products, we talked about this mission statement of what we wanted Winkclick to be for these women. And Click is such a massive part of our name. We want every woman to feel welcome here and to feel wanted. And we're just so happy with our Click. We're so happy with how many women we've gotten to connect with. And we love this so much, and we're so grateful. And we hope that you can experience these feelings too, and that you can feel as beautiful as we think that you are. And sometimes I think that that can sound vain, that it's all just about beauty, but it's not. It's about finding yourself. Feeling good in your own skin is a big part of being a woman, especially when you're experiencing life changes and you're growing as an adult. And there's so much growth that still happens even when you are officially an adult, so to speak. And so I just hope that our venture, our discovery can bring you happiness in your life too. And that's us.